Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey, welcome everyone to East Texas University. We are once again shy several players tonight for multiple amazingly good reasons. But that's the joy about our ETU campaign, is that we've designed it to work with what we have and who we have available. Tonight, we have Tommo and Fish doing their own thing. This should be interesting. Nope, it's not interesting. I think where we find ourselves today is, I think it's a Thursday afternoon. You're almost to the end of the first several weeks here at university. You're to the point where midterms are staring you in the face. You're in study mode. Yeah. And it looks like Yep. What? You're studying, yeah. I think we catch up with the two of you guys have wandered into the student lounge and are sort of chatting together a little bit about, what your plans are, what you're going to be studying for the week, etc. And you see Agent Alvarez wandering by. I say agent. You know him, Rob. You may not.
Yes, I thought he was a sergeant.
Detective.
No, detective.
Detective Alvarez.
Yeah. I'll lean on over and point him out to Tommo and say that Tommo's got a face to the name that I gave him through his phone contact that I gave him a couple of days ago.
He is talking to a middle-aged lady, fairly decent looking. She's Spanish American heritage, has longer dark hair with a little bit of silver in it. You've seen her across campus a couple of times. You think maybe they're related just by the face shape, something like that. And they chat for a minute, and they go their separate ways. You see that the lady with the long hair sort of calls out to a kid who's sort of playing a guitar in the corner. You remember him from the bus. He's another Brit kid. And the two of them walk out of the student center together. I am laying seeds for next time.
Well, as long as it's seeds and not eggs.
Detective Alvarez wanders over your direction. Hey, boys.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't know him at all, John. So you still keep your noses all clean?
Looks like it's fucking 5-0.
I could wish it was 5-0. Hawaii. Yeah, he's been through some interesting times there. I've talked a little bit with your professor.
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
The English professor, yeah? He threatened to arrest him if he keeps giving us shitty assignments.
He says,
put him in county if he carries on his bollocks.
Dr. McClanahan. He said some good things about you and your buddies.
Oh, Professor X.
X. Oh, yes,
Get
the
it?
wheelchair.
Bald head, wheelchair.
Yeah. I'm sure he really likes that.
Looks like
You haven't met this guy yet. I think the other students may have talked about him. In fact, we're gonna give you a little bit of time for Fish to give you a little catch up here in a little bit. He says, "How would you like to make a quick $100?"
I'm not getting on my knees.
Yes, I see how you are today. He says, "Look, I got a lead. There's a little weird going on down at there's a street racing group. We know they get together. We know they go out on some of the little back roads in the woods, do a little street racing, and supposedly a couple of them have gone missing. Don't know if they've left the state, whatever. We're just wondering if you'd be interested in poking around, asking a couple of questions."
I'm really terribly sorry, my good man, but little busy with the study right now.
Yeah. I understand. Completely understand. If you wanna wait until after exams, that's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, maybe after.
I wouldn't know anything about that sort of life anyway. It seems a little dangerous to me.
A little shady. I understand. If you do want to take it on, just you got my number. Drop me a text, and I'll send you the latest location that we seem to have found that they're meeting.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool.
Will do. We'll try and get into some hipster clothes, and we'll get a dictionary out for street slang, and we'll fit right in.
Just keep your eyes out for anything a little strange. You just go watch, whatever you want to do, but just keep your eyes out, and there's a quick 100 in it for you. And I'll tell Glenn Mack to get you some extra credit. He chuckles. By the way, Glenn Mack has worked with a couple of your classes, Rob. In fact, he's actually intervened with Professor Donovan Horn, and has you got about a 10-point bump on the last test after a little intervention.
Okay,
it's 10 points you should have earned, but yeah.
So I give Detective Alvarez that look of seriously, strange, you're kidding me. And then I say, it shouldn't be a problem. The whole fucking area is strange.
You're telling me.
Oh, what happened with that geezer that thinks he's a vampire?
Well, we took him in. He's continued to profess that he's a chosen of the children of the night. He's in the psychiatric wing down at the hospital right now. They're watching him. He's carrying a big old knife. Definitely had the intention of probably going after that lady and her kid. You guys did a good thing that night. Yeah, could easily have been drug related, but he tested out. They didn't have anything more than weed in his system, but you never know. Anyway, thanks, kids. Good luck on the midterms.
Yeah, no worries.
Where do you guys go to study? Now that you sort of met up and you're thinking about just okay. There's a couple of libraries on campus.
They've got charging points and decent Wi-Fi.
Let's listen to what you've got to say, John.
So, Pesce, my man, tell me, street racing group. Got any insight? Know anybody?
You can make a common knowledge roll if you want to, but it's going to be at -4.
It's not. It's not in the circles that I normally go round in. I'm far too busy to go driving.
I normally go in circles and through me street race. Yeah. Tends to be in a straight line, especially in this bloody country.
Trying to plough through 2 mages is more coursework than just going for the one.
Look, we can ask around with some of my pals who I've made on the motoring side. We can always have a little chat with them and see what we can gin up on leads. But this sounds like something we should definitely check out. But perhaps we're not going to drop any hints to the 5-0 at this point. They can smell my cheese.
So I will give
I'm not a filthy grass, especially when it comes to driving fast.
I'll give you a contact, John, if you want to write this down.
Yep.
Leonard Waller. He is a mechanic that you met in town already, as you were just looking for a part for tinkering in the afternoon. You got online. He was selling a couple little parts. You met him at his place, got to chatting. Seems like a nice enough fellow. In his mid-50s, he and his son are the 2 mechanics that run this little bitty shop at the edge of town. Though they seem to have a booming business, mostly in brakes and tires and things like that. But he does some other work.
Thanks, my man. Would you be up for a quick road trip? We're going to have a chat with Lenny. He's hooked me up with some new pads just recently for the motor.
He does go by Lenny. Absolutely. Fish?
Yeah, sure.
You sure, my man? You seem a little hesitant. You actually want to do some fucking studying? Really? You don't know it by now, my man. You're never going to know it at all, huh?
I've got a shitload. It's my own doing, but I know.
Look, it's simple.
Yes. Let's go.
I'll drive carefully enough and you can read while you're sitting in the passenger seat, yeah?
No, I was actually typing everything onto ChatGPT. It's the best way for those English assignments. Why bother doing it when the AI does it? I mean, it's like, God, I just need to
clean it up.
Yeah. The other stuff, that's what I really need to work on. But maths and all the rest of it, AI can do, so it's absolutely fine. So let's get a moving.
All right, so we took off into town.
All right.
And we pull up in Lenny's yard.
Give me a second on that. I'd like to give you guys a couple of minutes on the road. I think you've had a couple of days here and there where you've seen the others from the group from that night with that crazy thing you saw. But there's some other things obviously going on that you should pick at their brains to see what's going on, because they keep alluding to other things going on. I mean, that was a really weird situation. So in this drive across town to Lenny's, you've got a captive audience. If you want to ask him questions, now's a great time to pump him, so to speak.
Pump me real good.
Unless you don't want to. I mean, I'm not going to put that into your character to force him.
I
Who's this Glenn Mack? Not Nope. Rob,
I don't.
are you?
Sorry.
No. I'm not going to put you
I
on.
don't know context. I don't.
Yep.
That was one of the reasons why I suggested that bringing in the character as a cold open rather than anything else, because I figured that would then give us the opportunity to walk through those things rather than.
Yeah. And here I am trying to have him walk you through. So Fish, I should be putting the onus on you. As you've pulled this guy into your group, maybe there's some things you could talk about. Speaking of which, you had a phenomenal nightmare last night in which you were running across the Raven's Nest, the Rook, where you saw that original ghost being chased by someone. And
I was being chased.
Yep, you wound up in the middle of the basketball court, right on the colored symbol in the middle. You started to turn around to say stop, and we're burning. And that's when you woke up with a start. This is not the first time you've had that dream. And when you have that dream, that place on your arm hurts a little bit the next day.
The basketball or baseball court?
Basketball. Remember where you went the very first day? Where you saw the lady in the white dress and followed her out. And you stopped the place from being burned down. Though it didn't burn, and so then you were implicated and blah, blah, blah. The one thing that John knows from that is being trapped in that building with everybody else trying to get out because someone had chained the doors on the outside. And then the fire sprinklers went off, and they all got wet and grumpy because somebody pulled a stupid prank on the freshmen.
Hollywood sprinklers, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's not how sprinklers work, right?
Not really.
Everyone knows this, right? The way the sprinklers work is that you have a sprinkler head. This is a thing for anybody who's watching the thing, right? In a sprinkler head, you have a small glass vial, which is holding the sprinkler head closed. And contained within that is a liquid, which is super sensitive to heat. Mm-hmm. And in the event that it gets warm, what it does is it expands, smashes the glass, and that opens the sprinklers, the sprinkler head, and then water comes out. And the water is gravity fed. It's basically a big tank on the roof of the building. The water is just gravity fed. It's all completely. It doesn't require electronics. It doesn't require people to press buttons. It's just all set up and completely automated. And the reason for that is because in the event of a fire, you don't want to be relying on some system to do something and all the rest of it. But you see Hollywood movies and somebody goes, I said the sprinklers off, and 25 sprinklers go off at once. Like,
yeah.
Not how it works.
Which was exactly what I was doing.
Hollywood sprinklers. So yeah.
You guys got Hollywood sprinklers this time. Next time I'll be more circumspect now that I know.
It's one of those things. And the good thing now as well is that sprinklers now actually live in these little things that are actually in the ceiling. You can't even see them. You can't even see the fact that they're there. And then what happens is when the fire, when there's sufficient heat underneath, the thing kind of rams through it's on a spring loading mechanism with these things, and it basically plunges through the roof and then sprinkles. So you don't even see them anymore, which is pretty cool. So you don't even know they're there.
That's pretty cool.
These
were really old. Now I will say that there was some heat, but it was on the walls, and these guys managed to put it out probably before that would have activated anything. So another reason why when they got hauled in and under the UV light, the hand was, I pulled they were caught. And then Glenn Mack, actually, you know what? I'll leave that to you, Fish.
Yeah.
There's some early stories you should probably be telling during this quick drive.
Okay. Any good at deciphering dreams, Tommo?
Yeah, as long as they're sex dreams.
This one ain't a
Look
sex
like a
dream.
good college student.
Okay, no worries.
So tell me about your dream.
Well, I think it's all because of everything that I've seen and done thus far, and how perilous I've closely come to death. So something's chasing me, and I'm having this dream for the last few nights, and it's exactly the same. It never changes, which I find a little bit strange. But I get to the centre of the basketball court, and this thing's still chasing, and I stop, and I turn and shout stop, and then I wake up, but my arm hurts from where the woman in white touched me, which was my first brush with the supernatural. I don't know what it means. It's just really strange. So the woman in white. So when we first turned up at the university, I saw this woman. She was stunning in a white dress, and she was like smiling, beckoning me over. So I said to Grace and Andy, I'll be right back because I've got this feeling that she wants. Anyway, she wanted me to follow her. Didn't actually get to speak to her at all. And I was, and then we went through this door at the bottom of the basketball court, and within around about 3 seconds of her going through the door and me going through the door, she was further down the corridor than I could ever get to. So I thought that was strange. So I kept walking. She went into this room, and I was going to open the door and go, look, I don't play about, so, fuck you kind of thing. But when I opened the door, she basically grabbed me. The whole room changed. It was smoky. It was hot. It was on fire, and she touched my arm, and she said something, and I can't quite remember what it is. I think it was something like "You're going to die," which yeah. And then when we went into the gymnasium bit, and that's where we found all of the doors were locked and everything. So myself and Grace decided.
Tell me more about her. Describe her. You say she was in a white dress.
Yeah, she was white dress.
Tell me about her hair.
She was a brunette. I'm looking back to see if...
You're fucking joking, right?
Don't think there's a big description.
No. I don't... I think she was... American. So she was a white woman. She wasn't native.
Pale
she
skin.
Wasn't Hispanic.
Dark hair.
Caucasian. Brunette.
Long?
Yes.
Down her back. White dress. Describe the dress. Tell me about the dress.
It was like a silk nightgown, but not a nightgown. It was a long... I would say
Flowing.
It would be what you would see women of the 1960s go to posh cocktail parties in, with men in tuxedos. It was long, and she had white shoes or off cream type shoes. But yeah, it was silky. It was elegant. There wasn't anything sparkly about it. It was just...
So as he's describing these things, suddenly Tommo just steers off the road, and basically there's like we're driving down a road that's basically got like dirt dirt either
Absolutely
side.
on the side.
And he just drives off the car, and he hits the brakes on the car, and the car four wheel skids to a halt, and boom, 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 boom. And he takes the car out of gear, and he's just boom, 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 boom. And he leans forward, and he thunks his head into the steering wheel, and he bangs the steering wheel. Fuck. I was 15. Loved rowing. I was in the club at school. You know, Eton. You know the Thames.
Yeah.
Our clubhouse is on an island in the Thames. You no bridge. You need a boat to get backwards and forwards into it. And I'd been out on the water with some other lads, and we got back, and I was putting the boat away. We racked up, and I was cleaning down. They'd gone off to get the master who was going to take us back across to the mainland, and so we'd get the minibus. And I was alone in the clubhouse. It's not a very big building. We've got the room where we store all the boats, skulls and everything. And then there's a reception room, sometimes used for weddings. Out the front, there's a veranda, a grassy area. Beautiful spot on the river there. And I heard a sound. It was one of the lads cocking about as per usual. And wandered out to see what was going on. And stood in this club room, ballroom, as it were. And at the far end was a woman. And she beckoned to me. I was surprised, and I said, "Madam, I don't think you should be here." I didn't recognise her from the school. And she looked exactly like you're describing. Hair. Dress. So I walked over to talk to her, perhaps to remonstrate or to suggest that, ask her that maybe she got off another boat. But party boats go up and down the Thames. Sometimes fucking idiots stop and get off the boats and try and wander around the island. It's
Get right away of your rowing. Absolutely.
But they do this. And she seemed to be dressed, perhaps, for a party, as you described. But I couldn't see any boats. I hadn't seen any boats. It was early evening. The sun had not yet gone down. There was still plenty of light. The lights were on inside the building, but I couldn't see anything. There's some broad glass doors. And I walked over towards her. And she walked through the doors. They were sliding doors, slightly open. She walked through the door and out onto the lawn. And I followed her. And then as I walked towards her, as I walked out of the building and on to the lawn, things changed around me. You see the two sides of the river come down, at the end of the lawn, and you can see in the distance, but the river disappeared. The lawn, instead of being green as it was, seemed to be burned. Tufts of it were on fire. A flame. The sky changed instantly from blue as I walked out to a dark red colour. Smoke filled the air. I could feel it catching in my lungs and at me. And I paused at the threshold, and she beckoned me forward. She beckoned me. And it took all that I had and all that I was to step back into the building. And in doing so, her spell was broken instantly. And she disappeared, as did the ghastly vista beyond the door. Never told anyone that story before. Never.
And as a as a GM, you have given me a brilliant dagger to throw at you later that I'm so giddy about.
Trying to get that one last week, but that was.
I love that. So, just as a GM, I'm just feeling this out.
By the way, should anyone wonder, that really is a real place. It's a real building, and you really can book it for weddings and events and so forth.
That's cool.
And it's part of the school. So yeah. So anybody who's interested, there you go.
Absolutely. Drop us a picture of that, and we'll put it up.
If I can find one, I definitely will. Yes.
Absolutely. So, quick question on that. So, do you feel that when you stepped through the door, if you kept walking, you would have been in another realm, another place outside of time, and what would you have felt like? Do you think it was there danger?
The picture is I didn't know. I knew something as I stepped beyond. I was half in and half out. I was on that threshold, but I didn't know what it meant, and I was too frightened in that moment to go further forward because I didn't know what might happen. And I managed with my hand on the door. I managed to hold that door and pull myself back into the building, and broke the spell.
Okay, so that was my GM question. I'm done with that. I'm sorry. I'll let you guys get back into your role playing during this drive because this is fascinating. So he's had a brush.
I wonder if it's the same one. If it's the same woman, it definitely sounds like it. For me, she, yeah. I mean, if she hadn't touched me and marked me, I don't know what the mark means. And you can see Fish looking down at his left arm. I don't know what the mark means, but yeah, I mean, I was able to see some supernatural shit. There was like wards on walls and pillars that were going to go up in smoke. I pointed them out to Andy, and he thought it best to basically soak them. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened? I mean, the ceiling could have come down and anyone could have got hurt. So myself and Grace, we went to the janitor's cupboard. We broke in, and the security guy was there. We had a fight with him, but we managed to get the stuff back so that we could extinguish or deface all of the markings before anything really bad happened. And then, oh my God. And Fish is just like on a roll. And then we just got over that. And then we were invited to this party, and I saw some circles in the ground and a voodoo head, and it looked too real. A shrunken head that's used in voodoo. And then there was this girl screaming, and apparently she got bit by somebody dressed as a zombie. So we go, since myself and Grace, Andy was with Evelyn, or Evil Lynn, sorry. And so myself and Grace, we were at this party, and we decided to go and have a look, because, you know, a bloke going around biting young women is not common.
Not a good look, is it?
No, you know, even if he did want to try and call it a love bite. So anyway, we went and investigated, and we met up with Zombie Guy's friend, Steve. And he said he doesn't know what's going on, but the guy's acting all strange. Anyway, we found Mike, the zombie guy, and he went to attack me. Well, Grace wasn't having any of that, so she roundhoused him. And I swear, Tommo, as I'm breathing right now, you could see whatever had taken hold of him just like out of his face. It was literally just, well, I mean, maybe not sideways, but definitely downwards. He just suddenly changed. His mannerisms changed. Everything changed. The way that he was breathing changed. And when he spoke, he couldn't remember where he was, how he got there. He couldn't remember doing anything. Basically, the last like 12 to 18 hours were a complete mystery. So we got him sorted. I then managed to get a pass into a sorority house because, you know, it might come in handy later on, especially if I want to get out of sleeping in the dorms. And then after Grace's game, we or was it before Grace's game? No, it was after Grace's game. Grace and I went to this burger shack for an all-day breakfast, and then this guy was looking at this little girl really strangely.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
It gave me like pedo vibes. So I pretended to go out for a smoke, and Grace went when Grace went to the loo, and then she came back as the woman and daughter were leaving to go back to their car. I managed to trip the guy up. He pulled a knife as he was coming out of the diner. So I managed to trip him up. He started to get a little bit with me, and Grace came in and basically knocked the bugger out. The woman, unfortunately, was undocumented, so I said, "We'll keep you out of the police report. So go now." And yeah, he basically said that he was a vampire, or a vampire in training. So that's why I asked.
He had fake teeth, John.
Yeah, fake teeth. He had seagull haircut.
Flock of seagulls haircut. Yes.
Yeah. And he looked like something out of Lost Boys.
Yeah,
he did. It was just so stereotypical of what people would actually assume a vampire looks like. Not that I know what a vampire looks like, but there you go. And that's why I asked Alvarez about what happened to the guy. So that has literally brought us all up to date with all the spooky shit. Oh, apart from the 4 professors that got arrested and got charged. One of them for shooting a minor. Yeah, that was me. I got shot.
What did the minor mine around here?
Our GM's intellect.
So with that, and I'll let you continue on some other things, I do think that your discussion at the side of the road is very interesting. I threw up the picture that John sent us of this amazing building, which at some point, if you're ever here in the UK, and there's another one he put up of the building from the river, which is even cooler, but I'm loath to put that across quite yet. I'll work on that. But the these guys are fish out of water, so to speak, fish in East Texas, and they do remember much greener times with a few less bugs in the UK. They have now shared some interesting supernatural stories that they've each had. I think you sort of look at each other and you're like, okay, yep, okay. And you want to continue on to Lenny's? Lenny and Son?
That's the plan.
All right. within a couple of minutes, you guys have cruised across town in your wonderful vehicle, and you come to a stop in the gravel parking lot outside of Lenny's and Sons. He is underneath the vehicle, and his son is sort of leaning against it, smoking a cigarette. They actually they look Spanish American. He said, the son goes, "Hey," he recognizes you. "Love that car. Still love that car. If you ever want to sell it."
You know what? If I ever do, you're getting first refusal. Good to see you, my man. Really good to see you.
Refusal. He's a little bit confused by the term, but then he goes, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. Hey, Dad."
I'm sorry, it's an English thing. It means you'll get the chance to buy it first, yes?
Oh, okay. First dibs. Got it. Hey, Dad.
That's the one.
First refusal. I love it. He slides the backboard out. It's got the rollers. He slides out. "Hey, boys. What can we do for you?"
Gentlemen, I need to pick your brains rather than purchase some of your fine wares today, if you don't mind.
Yeah?
Simple question. I understand that I might be able to take part in a little driving excitement in this area. We've obviously had these conversations before, and fully understand that you were a little circumspect with me. Don't worry about Fish. He's one of ours. One of mine, I should say, really, from my side of the pond. And I was looking to get in on the action.
Zach's doing
with
this.
Some of our
Zach's doing this.
Local friends. So, if you can help.
Zach is
Zachary, perhaps you and I should
Yeah. Hey,
grab a coffee sometime. You think?
Let me show you what I'm working on over in the other bay. I got a
beautiful, my friend. Always looking forward to seeing some of your work. Marvelous stuff. Let's go. Fish, amuse yourself for a while. I'll be back.
Fish.
Okay.
Leonardo!
You got to cover.
Thank
Lenny.
you so much.
What are you going to say to Lenny?
I'm just going to ask
Fish
him,
or me?
what he's working on.
Well, just doing a little bit of a oil change, but I got to take a bunch of clips off the bottom of this thing to remove the big, that big plastic piece that they've sometimes put up under here. I don't tend to break them off and just use cotter clips or other stuff like that. I'm conscientious in how I do this. It takes a little bit longer, but feel it's the right thing to do. Anyway, that conversation goes on with Fish standing there going, "Oh my gosh!" And you step into the next bay where there's a pickup truck.
I get like a blanket or something, or some overalls, and just lay them down, and then I get in under there with him, and I'll gently tease him out, and we'll have a conversation, just the two of us, under the car. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He says, "Yeah, it's not all theory." He says, "Sometimes you do have to roll up your sleeves and dig at it."
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You guys are at it. Okay. You are in the second bay. There's a pickup truck. It's a Ford F-150 up on the stand. And he sort of walks over to the edge and he goes, "Hey, Dad doesn't have any truck with that lot." He says, "Look, they're about our age. I think there's, kids come in from other parts of the town. We're right up against the edge of the big thicket, and there's some 2-lane roads out there that sort of loop around and go through some different places. If you want to get in on that action, just know that typically it's not for pinks like in the movies, pink slips. It's more, you put $100 down and you challenge somebody, and then but typically it's $100 to play. There's any given Friday night about 2 a.m. says, "Look," and he says, "Give me your phone number. I'll drop you a pin." It's out in the woods. But kick is what we tend to do is Dead Man's Curve. It's a 2-lane road. The challenger has to take the inside lane. Just if there's a car coming, they're the ones that get screwed. But you race up around the pin, back down to the other side because it's sort of a big turn. And once you're at the other side, whoever is the first one across the line, everybody. It's not like there's a gun or anything, but it's people will cheer for whoever. They'll even do a call on the group. But if you're into that type of thing, I mean, your vehicle, you got a solid vehicle and all that. I mean, I know you got that acceleration problem you've been working on, but I mean, might be worth a try.
The way I look at it is, if I just come on out and hang with some folks, we can talk cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can see what the action's like. I'll be honest with you, fucking skint because of cash flow isn't that great when you're at the old college.
No, I got it.
Just hanging out with some folks and catching up would be fantastic. You know me? I like a car. Hang out with like-minded people. I enjoy that.
Tomorrow night's the night. I'll drop you a pin.
Great. Fantastic, man. Thanks.
All right.
Should I bring out some snacks and some beverages?
There's beverages there for sale. They don't sell them for much, but if you bring your own, just keep it in your trunk and just pull it out. I mean, you can if you bring some to share, it's always welcome.
That's what I was thinking.
Sound good? He's shaking.
Catch tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow night. Hey, actually, if you don't mind, he nods out. There's a rusted out Trans Am that he's gotten running. He says, I'm thinking about giving it a shot. I've saved myself up $100. You want to take a look?
Give me a chance. Tonight, what time do you finish?
Well, they race from about 2 to about 5 a.m.
No, what time do you get off tonight?
Oh, tonight? Oh, shit. Well, Dad's going to have me working until at least 8. We got the breaks for that. There's a couple of minivans. He's like, there's some moms that are waiting for their breaks. Once I get done with that.
Don't make the moms wait, man.
Yeah, you're telling me. Because look, 8 or so, I'll start getting ready to head out. But you
I'll tell you what I was thinking. Let me pop back. Just after 8 tonight, and I'll take her out, give her a little run, and then I'll give you some advice. If there's anything you can do, any improvements?
Excellent.
Fair?
That sounds great.
All right.
You guys walk back around the corner.
My plan is to go back this evening, and then, in that context, go out in his car and drive it around a little bit, and just give him some advice. But in response, also pump him for information as to things that might have happened.
Got it.
With the group. However you want to play this, that's the plan.
Okay. That's the plan.
And I should still fish in on that, obviously, as soon as we're back in the car as well.
You walk back around the corner with Zach, and Lenny pushes back out from there. You know a lot about engines there, Fish. You ever thought about trying to be more practical with your life? Robots is a bit weird.
Robots is the future.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, there, Fish.
Especially when you incorporate them into someone's heart.
Ew, yeah, you're scaring the crap out of me. If I ever have a heart attack, Zach, don't take me to this man. He's going to put a robot in my heart. Oh, crap.
No, I'll more than likely unpin your plastic flaps properly first. Get it? Get it?
I like this guy. Hey,
Lenny, no, it was an absolute pleasure, and now I know where you are. You know, if you need someone to help unpaid, then call Tommo.
Hey, if you've got any buddies of mine, any buddies that they're at that university that got problems with their cars, remember us. We'll take good care of you.
Don't be worried. Top of the list.
Two people with cars, Tommo and Grace. So.
Well, you tell your friend Grace that she's welcome here. You guys are good people. Hey, if you ever want to do some work on your own vehicles here, we've got a third bay. We don't use it. Be happy to loan it to you.
Are too generous.
It's all good, man. It's all good. He gives you a good handshake that goes into a weird hug that for you as a Brit is, but he just does it earnestly and then pats you on the back and says, you boys, you do good at that there university. You should learn something there, Zach. These boys going to university are doing good things with their lives. And Zach goes, whatever. And you guys have a chance to drive away. Vroom, in your vehicle. What do you do?
So I'm going to obviously fill in fish on what the conversation was with Zach.
Very good.
And the idea of going back this evening.
Okay.
We get back, do some studying, and then we can pick this up this evening, and then tomorrow we can, meet everybody and see what's going down.
I'll save you the role play. Friday, you guys each have your first midterm. The midterms will go into the following week from different classes doing different tests. However, you guys can go back now, do your studies, and tomorrow is time for your first midterm. Guess what, Fish? Your first midterm is in your English class. And you have a paper due, which I think you're probably most of the way done. What do you think?
No, I think I've done it.
I think you turned it in early.
I think I turned it in the same day that he gave it to me. If you scroll up on Roll20.
Fair enough. I think that you're not the type of a student to be in that boat. I think that we will move over, and I'm going to quickly pull up the rules in East Texas University so that we can take a quick look at what this actually means, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, please.
East Texas University. Here we go. So, during your freshman year, the roll against for your midterms is at a 0 difficulty. It goes up by 1 each year to -4 your senior year. Now, assuming you're growing that skill a little bit through time, makes it a little bit easier. What is your major, Tommo?
Chemistry.
Okay, and what is the skill that you're going to use for the roll?
No idea.
You can start with smarts. If you don't have a skill that seems to go with it at any way, shape, or form.
Chemistry should come under science if you've got that listed.
If you've got it, but you don't. So the first year, during your freshman year, it's strictly under your smarts. Okay? So let me see what you just rolled. What did we get? Oh, look at that. You got a raise. Okay. This will cover all your exams, by the way, through the rest of the week. So for you, your past exams chart, I need you to roll 2d6. And you will get to do this twice.
Oh, roll the 6.
9.
D6. No, roll another D6.
Nope. No, it's not exploding. Windfall. Someone on campus will offer you a one-time only job. It'll be 2d6 times $25. Roll your 2d6 right now.
Again?
Yes. This is for the money you'll make off of this one-time job. Okay, 11 times
11.
25. So you,
all right.
you do the. Yep. So what's going to happen out of? So what's going to happen out of this is, I think that Detective Alvarez will give you a little bonus because of the fact that you are bringing your car into this whole thing. And so that's how I'm going to play that. So you keep that set aside as you will get $275 extra above the 100 he offered for your checking on this stuff. And money for tight students, that is that. And you may now roll another 2d6 for another bonus for your past exams. 4.
6.
Teachers.
6. Because I rolled a 1d6 rather than.
It's 6.
1d6 and 1d6.
Administrative.
I clicked on the d6 rather than the 2 d6.
Okay. So take a quick note that you have for the rest of the next semester administrative privilege. Someone in administration likes you for now. You will get a connection edge with a non-teacher person within the administration of the school, dean's choice, that's me, until your next advance. However, we will work that into the game, but keep track of that so you can remind me that you have administrative privilege. All right, Rob, time for your test.
Okay.
What skill are you using?
Science for mechanical engineering.
Here we go. Okay. Give me one 2d6 roll. You passed. Well. 3, teacher's pet. You caught the eye of a professor. The teacher's attitude towards you increases 1 level. Guess which teacher now thinks you are not a bad egg?
Well, that was my mechanical engineering exam, so maybe my mechanical engineering professor.
Nope. It's the English professor. He thinks, you know what? He all of your ChatGPT work that you've done, that you have carefully manipulated with the other AI tools that you've built for yourself, because that's what you do in your spare time, you have produced some really cool papers. Now, whether you've actually spent more effort in building all those tools and putting together the contents than you would have in actually writing a paper, that's beside the point. The fact is, he likes your papers, he likes you as a human being, and he takes you aside after class and says, you know what? Have you thought about maybe doing a degree in journalism or English? Or, you're a bright kid. Your writing is great.
Yes, I know, because I'm British. But no, I've already got 2 majors on the go, thank you. Don't want a third.
Oh, that's all fair, Fish, but you're always welcome in any of my classes.
Oh, thank you very much, Professor Donovan.
You may use Donovan Horn anytime during this coming semester as a contact as necessary.
I can use the horn whenever I feel I need to.
The Dr. Horn Donovan.
Okay. Oh, Dr. Horn Donovan. Okay. And my computer sciences?
No, that's it. Oh, you do have 2.
I do have 2.
Have 2 majors. Holy crap, this makes it so much more difficult for you. Computer sciences? Oh, that's a failure.
Actually, it might not be. Have I got rid of my wounds? My 1 wound. I did roll a figure last week, but it was off camera.
Roll your vigor. No. You did roll your vigor. You did pass it. You don't have a wound. That's a 4. You passed.
No, it's more than that. I got a 12, so yeah. Well,
okay. So you are healed.
Okay, so I got a 4 because I don't have any wounds. So yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't realise. I should have read the one above because it did say wounds on that. And then, do you want me to do 2d6 on this one as well?
Absolutely. You're taking the risk. You get the bennies.
7.
Lucky 7. Oh, this is huge. Something you did this semester paid off in karma. You get 1 extra Benny each session until your next advance, which is finals. So for all of the events from here until there, you're going to have 4 bennies, dude.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, getting shot at, getting bitten, getting clawed by a crab man, they all amount to getting that extra Benny.
Wow.
I know.
Extra Benny.
Taking no wounds.
I have watched this game where people have nearly failed out of university. And as they're struggling because of all the negatives they start getting. But you guys have made it through your first set of exams, which is halfway through your first semester of your freshman year. Wonderful. I suppose you guys want to get together. Maybe, Grace is on a road trip. Andy's with that girl.
Evelyn.
Yeah, I know. She is completely hogging his time. When he comes back, that breakup's going to be brutal on him. What do you think? What do you guys want to do? It's a Friday night. You have tests on Monday, and it's a Friday afternoon. You have tests on Monday. You have something you're doing later tonight. Anything you want to do this Friday afternoon?
I can't think.
What about the Thursday evening?
Sorry?
So, the Thursday evening,
okay,
we were planning to go visit with.
Oh, you were. You're going to take his car out. That's
Zach.
right. I apologize.
Take his car out and then pump him for information.
I jumped to Friday morning without giving you that Thursday night pump of information. I somehow was putting that wrong. So let us jump back in time for just a minute to where you guys pull up, crunch, crunch, crunch in the gravel again, next to Lenny and Sons Mechanics. And he comes out, and he looks a little bit furtive over his shoulder. There's an upper floor to the place that has a light on, and he goes, "Yeah, we live up there. Yeah, don't worry, Dad's asleep. You want to give it a run?" So what I'd like from you is a driving roll at -2. And what you're basically doing is putting this thing, you're going to take it out on a back road and put it through its frickin' paces. Come on. Wild die.
That's a complete dreadful fail.
It is, but it's not.
I smashed it up horribly, and he has to punch me in the bollocks.
But you didn't get both ones, so it's not a critical fail. Would you like to burn a Benny?
No.
Okay, so you skid out, and you're like, you don't get a good feel for the car at all. You don't really have anything to tell him. He's in the passenger seat, and he's like, "What the? Look, let me drive." Yeah. Fish is in the back seat going, his eyes are probably, I don't know. I'm not making it up for you, Rob. But you just watch this. He went around this turn, and the back end of the vehicle just completely came out. And just, whoomp, you did one quick circle, and then came to a stop, and the engine stalled out. This is not
feverish. I'm furiously making notes as Tommo drives along. Bags of cement ×3. Expand boot space to take 3 times bags of cement.
So anyway, talk to me a little bit about what you've talked to him during the time before this thing went wrong. I think there's plenty of time for you to talk.
I'm just going to approach it straight away. That I'd heard that there'd been some issues with some of the folks.
Issues, you say? What are you talking about?
Some people have gone missing. Some fucking 5-0 turned up and started friends with Fish. But anyway, they were giving a bit of yap, and they were going on about the fact that there might be some. No, don't worry. Fish is safe. He's good. He's on bloody grass. Okay, all right. They were, they were. Apparently, he wants us to find out something. Some people have gone missing. Yada yada. I don't know. So I just thought I'd ask you about it before we got there.
Let's talk.
To be honest,
that's fine.
I couldn't really care less. I mean, but if they're friends of yours, I thought that would be a concern.
He pulls out a fat doobie, lights it up, says, "Yeah, let's talk." Blows out a big puff in this car with you guys, and then he turns around deliberately and hands it to you, Fish.
Sweet. I get my mobile phone out, I scroll through, hit play as Bohemian Rhapsody starts up. I take the joint.
He starts, "Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I wish I had that here where I could play it immediately."
That's why I paused up the driving. Because I was going, "What's that?" along with everybody else in the car while I was trying to drive at speed.
He says, look, guys, you may have noticed there's some weird things that are going on in town. I mean, there was that guy that went and bit some girl over by the fraternities.
Allegedly.
There's stuff in the woods. You've heard about the chupacabra or whatever that was lurking around campus, the needler that everybody's scared about. I mean, there's some.
I haven't heard that.
Really?
What's that? Yeah, what's that all about?
Oh, man.
Well, there's also that thing where stuffed tigers apparently got up and walked as well.
What was that? What?
That's what I heard.
I didn't hear that, John. It broke up. What?
Sorry, there's that thing where stuffed tigers got up and walked.
Really?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
There was a article in the student newspaper. Not that I read the student newspaper, but about that fraternity that got in trouble for taking the stuffed tiger. Yeah, that's funny shit. I mean, could you imagine those pledges like going in and getting that tiger? And that's good shit. Anyway, it's better than panty raids from the '60s, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. Town's got some weird shit going on. I don't know. Amongst the drivers, there's a couple of freaks. There's some kids from out of town that have come in that are a little bit goth. You might say they're a little weird, but I don't want to. Well, I mean, I don't want to be judgmental or nothing. Because they're wearing,
You're a nerd, so surely you'd be well into having a big-titted goth girlfriend, wouldn't you?
Especially if she's got the nipple rings. Definitely.
A little too graphic, Fish.
You can see him sitting in the back seat, like dreamily thinking about something. I don't know what. Not to put something on your character. I'm just joking. But, yeah. And by the way, those watching, my philosophy as a GM is never to ever try and say something that someone thinks or someone feels. I simply give them what comes in through their natural senses and what is around them. If I am desperate, I might say you have an intrusive thought that. But that's not their thought. And they are aware that it's one of those intrusive things that happens once in a while. I am ridiculously careful that
often
their characters. I am often, and it's a philosophy thing. If you're playing a game, that you never ever take over the autonomy of the player as they are maneuvering through what is a very difficult situation that you are presenting them. You give them every sense from their body. Imagine being a blind man in a dark room who has nothing, and the GM is the one who is giving you everything from all of your senses. You've got to be careful with that and don't be a dick. So, with that, I'm going to carefully move away from telling Fish what he was feeling, because that would be wrong. And I'm sorry, Fish. and I will not do that again. So he's looking at you guys. He goes, I got a bad feeling about the golf kids that are coming in from Houston and other places like that to race. There's a kid with a Camaro. I'm supposed to race him tomorrow. It's a new Camaro, and it's really fast, but it's what I drew. I'm pretty scared.
It
actually.
did go down by the railroad tracks. She's a-waiting for a train. Jimmy left town like fade to black in his Camaro in the rain.
Whoa.
I can't sing.
No, man. That was really cool. Have you thought about, there's open mic night at the Pizza Barn?
If only I had some talent.
Yeah, well, if you ever get there, I mean, there's some really cool bands that come through. Have you heard about Jury of Robots? They're freaking awesome. Oh, okay. Anyway, they're a local band, but yeah, the Pizza Barn's a good place to go if you want to, catch a good band or something like that. But you should think about it. You're in college. You should probably get in a band. I mean, you got the beanie. Yeah. Well, hey, thank you for trying to take out the car and see what it could do. I'll take a look at the suspension. I mean, nice, John. I
Just
will.
not feeling it, my man. Sorry, just not feeling it. I don't know why. Look, I think it's great. I think it's really solid. I think speed-wise you're going to do really, really well. I think for some reason I don't know. It's something to do with American cars. Just not quite getting it.
So in the turn, did I have the camber on the wheels wrong, or is there something in the suspension maybe? You guys talk about that as you drive back and drop him off. You go back, you finish your last of your tests, you're studying. You guys ace your tests as you have done. Amazing. And it is now Friday after the tests. Is there anything you would like to do before you go out to meet up with all these folks?
Nope.
Rob?
I was going to leave Zach my thoughts on how to make his car slightly better from an engineering point of view.
Give me a roll that will do that. What are you going to roll it against?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay, let's see it.
Which is under science.
Yes. What do you tell him to do with his vehicle?
Get the car slightly lower to the ground. That would actually help. And add more weight on the back tyres. If the Camaro is rear wheel drive, that is, which I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, so add some more weight to the back, and if you could put a spoiler on it, that would also help when he's going at speed to keep the. You don't want to piss about with a spoiler. Just put more weight in, and I leave him bits and pieces that he can maybe look at tightening up.
Okay.
Just from the feel from the back seat,
Is it a Trans Am that he's?
It's an older Trans Am. I would say.
What he also needs is a light bar across the front, where it just wanders.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Kit action.
And he also needs a button with turbo boost written on it.
Yeah, that would really help, because then they could always make every jump.
Yeah.
But
and surprisingly, never have any damage to the car when they land. Although you see
That's
sparks.
amazing. It's like Dukes of Hazzard, and they land and you see everything crumple. And then they just drive off.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah. Anyway, for those of us that are living our youth by playing a game about college, ignore this. Anyway, very good. You give him some good advice. I think you probably even worked out on paper a little bit of math about how much weight you thought needed to go in the back. That just seems something that your character would do. Do you do that?
Yeah.
And once again, this is that whole don't put something in the mouths of the characters.
Yeah, no, I do that. Good. So I know that back home we used to have the old Cortinas and the Mark 1s. We used to put a bag of cement in the back, and it helped us go around corners quicker because the rear tyres had something to grip the road with because of the extra weight.
That sounds good.
So
thank you. I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Okay. So you guys have done everything there. You've sort of scooted through that Friday late afternoon after your tests. You're pleased with yourselves. You've done really well. I think we find you again in Tommo's car. It's late. I don't know where you had dinner. I don't know what you guys did. You didn't say anything you particularly wanted to do. So we're just sort of cutting to.
Well, we're definitely not going back to the Red Lion. So that's guaranteed. That was horrific.
Pretty bad.
So yeah, but we'll find somewhere else to go, and we'll do our readings. We'll have meaningless chit chats with reference to how Eton was compared to Cambridge, and strike up the old rivalry between Eton and Cambridge.
Very good. And I think if you ever find some other British friends on campus, it'd be funny to take them to the Red Lion. But that's something we can discuss later.
No, seriously, if we found any other English people, we would take them to the Red Lion, let them go in first, and then barricade the fucking doors.
So it's about 1:30 a.m. as you guys are cruising towards the pin that was sent to you. You're on a 2-lane road moving into the Big Thicket National Park. And on either side of you is forest. There's no street lights. You are rapidly getting out of cell phone coverage, and it is pitch black, like more dark than you can probably find in the UK, except maybe some places in Scotland, maybe a couple of patches in Wales. There's not a lot of places that don't have a glow. There's no glow. It is freaking black. Your headlights are running down the road. It's like 2 round barrels of light that you're staying in. And you're
just by the way, there are 1 or 2 places in the UK that are like that, but it is actually incredibly rare. It's certainly in England, it's very rare. There's a few places in the Peak District.
Yes. That would be a good place. Peak District.
There would be like that. Sorry?
Peak District. Maybe a couple places in Wales.
Peak District. Well, Wales is Wales, not England. I was saying about England. There's a few places in England, but Scotland, definitely Scotland.
Definitely Scotland.
Yeah.
Any places in Cornwall? No. Even the moors get a little bit of glow. Get a little bit of glow.
Yeah.
If you look at England from those pictures of England from space,
that's where England has got
light. It's a lot of black.
Horrifying. Yeah. It's because we're like that.
It's like the most glowing spot on the entire globe.
That's not street lights. That's everybody having a bright idea. Come on.
That's everybody bending over all at once. Because we're all English, the sun is shining out. Yeah.
I thought it was a glow because you had no tan, but that's okay. That's brutal. I'm sorry. Oh.
You're right. None of us have red necks like you all do in America. That's right.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
May the Brits and the Canadians join forces and smite thee.
Whoop! Absolutely.
Well, politics. Say that out there.
I'm out. Yeah, exactly. Well done, though.
Say the politics out, guys.
There's a lot of humor there as we talk through all this good, fun stuff. Good, clean fun.
Clean.
So you guys move out of town, and what I'm going to wind up doing is placing you on a map. It's a little bit offsetting because I have your vehicle as a token. Do not assume that you're racing or anything like that unless you so choose to do so at some other
That's
point.
fine.
So, but at the same time, I am struggling a little bit because it's not scrolling as fast as I would like. And I need to do something so you guys can probably see this. Can you see the screen?
Yeah,
Right.
I can see it.
Okay. So notice that you do not have your own character tokens, but you guys are all standing around this road. There's trees around every side. You see there's a little bonfire off on this side, and there's some kids that are drinking beer and laughing and yucking it up. You can see the Trans Am that is pulled up to race against this bright new vehicle that is on the screen that you do see.
That looks like a brand new Camaro, that does.
Oh, it is completely brand new. Around that Camaro are a couple of goth-looking kids. And they are yucking it up, high-fiving each other. And they're like, "We're going to put you in the grave, buddy." And they laugh and look at each other.
It's strong, chaps. Bit strong. Especially with such a beautiful car like this. Come on.
Are you talking about this Trans Am? Or are you talking about your car?
No, I've walked over to the Camaro.
Okay.
Yeah, snap.
Come on, friends. Show me.
Oh.
You can see I'm a lover of the classics, but a bit of modern American muscle often goes down well with me as well.
He points. They look at your vehicle. Yep, that's a nice vehicle. You want to race after we kill this guy?
Kill? Bit strong, isn't it? Would you be looking to kill me as well if I was racing with you? Goodness me. That's a little bit on the touch side. Goodness, you Americans are so violent. Can't we just be friends? A little bit of friendly rivalry doesn't go down too badly,
Where's your accent from? Are you Australian? Shrimp on the Barbie?
That's right, Australia. Yes, where the mountains are and where they sing Edelweiss. Australia, that's the one.
What? There's no kangaroos.
What colour's their car?
It's red-ish.
Red, one would assume.
It's red.
I'm colorblind, so don't take advantage of me. The picture I put on her is red.
No, that's fine.
Right.
So when they call Tommo, or when they say that Tommo's Australian, and Tommo gives them that retort, I quite innocently go, "Guys, I thought you would have had a black car."
What? They're taken aback by that.
Well, you've got the black lipstick, the black hair, the black clothes. I thought you would have had a black car.
Fuck you, man. Yeah. And the lead guy goes, "Yeah, we need to paint it black. We got to paint that thing black."
Yeah, I would paint it black.
Shut up, man.
Super ups
Nerd.
your image.
Oh, whatever.
By the way, do you know any girls with big tits?
I'm
with
going
nipple rings?
to. I'm just going to walk around the car.
Okay.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh dear.
The guy, by the way, Fish, who seems to be the leader of this little pack of three, he's got that same goofy hairstyle look. He's got the same chains and open vest with no shirt, leather. Just, you get the same vibes as that guy that you guys fought not too long ago. Go ahead. What you were saying, Tommo.
So is this a new Camaro? Or is this as in this is a real late model Camaro, right?
It's a new Camaro. Whatever.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking the GM.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not being a dick. No, yeah, it is. It is fairly new. Absolutely.
Okay. So it'll basically be right up to date with the latest version. So when you were considering, sorry, who's the driver, the owner of the car?
I am.
You, sir. Ah, hi. I'm Tommo. And you?
Tommo.
Yeah.
Call me Axel.
Axel. Wow.
Yeah. He turns to his buddies and they go, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an 80s reference from an old guy? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I mean, who couldn't love a little bit of Axel F at this point? Very good.
So, this is yours.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Well,
I have to say,
I mean,
really.
It actually belongs to our leader, but yeah, you know what
Your
I mean.
leader. Is the leader your father?
You know, in a way.
Is this your dad's car?
Yeah, I mean, fuck you, man. Yeah, maybe it is.
The only reason I ask is because there's a couple of things that I noticed. Now, obviously, when you were, if one was speccing one of these and one was wanting to street race it, you would look to have the performance pack. But I noticed that you don't, because I was looking on the bottom here, and the splitter that you've got here is the standard production version, but not the performance version. That's not really a big deal, but it can help. Nice rims, by the way, but they are much nicer for driving down to the shops to buy your milk than they would be for maximising the performance. Because the problem with these rims, of course, is that you're going to get that sidewall bend on the corners. But those things are not a problem. I'm sure that in your hands this will perform beautifully. But I noticed that someone has gone for the interior comfort pack. These are not the lightweight performance seats. These are the ones with the massaging function and the warmers. I mean, again, a great car for driving every day, but not really something I was expecting for someone such as yourself to be street racing in. I'm going to make a taunt roll. So the idea is I'm going to piss this guy off, right? I want to basically nitpick his car, and I want to piss him off. And the idea is that then gives an advantage because he's so pissed off that he's shit at driving.
I like it. Very good.
Okay. So here comes my taunt roll.
Nice.
Come on.
7.
Absolutely. You get a +1 for the driving. Actually, a -1 for his driving roll against whoever he decides to race.
Okay.
But
he's supposed to be driving, racing my with the transit.
No. Now with the taunt, he goes, "I'm not fucking racing that kid. Bring up your crappy Mustang. Come on.
There's not really any competition, is there, my friend?
Oh, there's competition. There's where we put you foolishly in the ground.
Why are you so violent, my friend? Axel, darling, you're a good-looking boy. I mean, I would. But why?
What, are you gay, man?
Of course.
This guy is obviously, yeah. You've hit a nerve. He goes, well, if you are, I mean, whatever. You know, I mean, kiss my ass.
Only if you liked it, and you don't look like the type who would.
Whatever. You want to give me another taunt roll? I think you might be able to get another advantage on this guy if you so choose.
Nice.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You get a +2. You have made him shaken a little bit not shaken in game terms, but shaken in his situation.
It's completely weirded out by me.
Oh yeah, he is. 100%.
Okay.
The Australian accent, the statements. He goes, "Who's your second? Who's it driving with you? Who's riding with you? Anyone?" Fish.
I'm over with the big.
This is the point at which we need Gracie to walk in.
What?
This is the point at which we need Grace to just walk in.
I know.
Climb in the car, sit down, wind the window down, and just lean out, and then just sort of, and then vroom, off we go.
It would have been.
I think Lenson should do it, as we've just got him out of driving, and he's just won $100 for doing nothing because
the other guy chickened out, right?
Yeah, Axel forfeited.
Axel says, "Oh, really? You're gonna call it a forfeit for this this punk with the Trans Am that's gonna?"
Yeah.
Unless I call it right, it's probably gonna spin out. But no, I'll give him $100. You take his place, and he pulls out. He just flashes multiple $100 bills, and he just pulls off 2.
How old do I think this guy is?
Have 2. He's maybe 22.
22. Ah.
He looks over at you. He's got that teardrop tattoo on the side. He goes, "What? You don't think that we can't beat your buddy in his little punk ass Mustang Ford?"
No, of course I believe you can beat him.
Of course. I believe he can beat me.
But the fact of the matter is that you're not. Because on a night like this, the fraternity doesn't do well, does it?
Doesn't seem to.
What are you talking about?
Does he get a -3 for that?
No. But he's trying to figure out what you're talking about the fraternity. He's a little bit confused. He goes, "What do you mean?
Oh, come on,
What are you
Axel.
aiming at? What are you aiming at? Let's just get there."
Well,
okay.
Well, the other guy was part of the fraternity of the night.
Okay, I will give you guys a notice roll at -4. This is really hard, but I want to see it.
Nope.
Nope,
Dude,
that's fair.
Pick anything else but fucking notice.
I know.
It's not
easy.
I good.
Oh my word! Oh,
baby, I love your ways.
Take 4 off of that, and now make it a what? 3.
3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
neither of you guys notice anything weird about these folks, but they're like,
I don't know. There's lots of things that are weird about these folks.
yeah. Oh no, you get
Not the
that.
relevant weird things.
But the one little piece that you might have seen, that's fine. They're like,
Well, you already told me he's got a teardrop tattoo, which the other guy had as well.
yeah. I mean, that's a thing. But yeah, he goes,
And I'm
yeah.
getting vibes off of him, so I'm just putting 2 and 2. I'm more than likely not even going to make 4. I'm more than likely way off base here. But the fact that he's intrigued by what I said tells me that he knows what I meant.
I see where you're heading. I was trying to give you a little bit extra, but that's fine. So you're saying that, and he's taking the bait. What are you talking about, fraternity? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, all you pretty boys are all in a fraternity, aren't you? And you always come out at night.
What do you mean?
You do your best work, don't you, at night? Racing cars, eating, gossiping, listening to The Cure.
Whatever. What's his name?
That was an excess.
What's his name? Who's the father?
Don't know.
I thought so. Never mind, guys.
But
whatever.
I do believe you would know Julio York.
Oh.
You know Julio, don't you?
You don't have to roll for this. You can see they all go.
Yeah. You do well to distance yourself from his like.
What do you know about Julio?
Who's Julio? Sorry? And literally, like that, I pretend whatever was has now gone. Sorry, what?
What? What do you know about Julio? They say to you now.
Julio?
Tommo.
Who's Julio?
You know anything about Julio? Huh. You guys don't know a damn thing about Julio. Julio screwed himself up. Dumbass. You guys gonna race or what?
You insist, darling. You insist.
I would suggest you
insist.
take.
What do I have to do to race?
I would suggest you take what's his face, because I just don't know what I'm supposed to do in a race on a street around a head.
Nothing. Just sit there and look pretty. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that won't really happen because I'd be too scared that the car's going to roll and I'm going to take 14 wounds or something, and you're going to get away scot free.
It's usually the way it works, as I understand it. For you, that is.
Yeah, I am the fucking airbag, aren't I?
I believe there had been a plan to ordain you, considering how holy you've been since the start of this particular game.
Now Zach does step up and says, "Look, I did say I was going to race these guys. I think I should be able to race these guys. I don't see why they're trying to push me off with money or whatever. I think I should be able to race these guys."
Perhaps because they're more concerned about you, Zach, than they are about me.
Oh. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because I'm a good driver.
Fear that's driving. The problem is, Zach, I think it's their fear that's driving them. That's why they're trying to back you off. They know that I'd be a much easier individual to race against. After all, my car is limited.
Okay.
And as a result, they think I've been easier mark.
Give me a roll there, John. I don't know what it is. I think it may be another taunt. Yep.
Nice.
They say, fine. We'll take him first. You know what I mean? He says to his boys. And they pile in, all three. Passenger seat, back seat. And he gets in his car. He goes, "See you guys in a minute."
Nope. I'm going with.
In the Trans Am.
Do you guys get the Trans Am?
There's two of them. There's three of us.
And I'm going to say,
and also before we do, I go into the back of the in the boot of my car, the trunk.
Yes. Do you get?
And I grab hold all. We might need this, and I pass it into the back to him.
Got it. You got.
Is that the bearing gun?
It's a piece of parts. Yeah.
Is that the bearing?
It's pieces. It's a bunch of things.
Right, okay.
It lets him do what he does well. Very good.
It's my bag of bits.
Okay.
So I was going to run a big race up this map, and I'm leaning against it right now because I think what I think is going to happen is as you take off, as the young lady who steps out in the bikini, even though it's a little bit cold.
I was going to say, she must be a bit chilly in that.
Yeah,
is she goth?
and
I'll be skin and all.
no, she's not. But she waves a flag and race off down the road. And he's like, they are in the lane, which is because they're challengers. There might be an oncoming traffic. in the
They're
turn
on the
that they
left
might not
side.
see. Yeah. So you guys are roaring down the road, and you can see that Zach is sweating. He's running through the gears. You are rushing up this map. And what I'm going to do is I would like you to make a driving roll, but it's at -2 because it's Zach. But it's plus the points you did against them. Okay? So I think that makes it regular roll.
I thought it was a +3 actually, because I've done 3 taunts against them.
So you get a +1. So
yeah, so I'm driving. I'm making the driving roll on his behalf.
Yeah.
I'm getting a +1.
+1.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a 9.
Nice. And there is going to be
quite good at driving.
There will be a driving roll from them, which is a D6. That's a 5. You guys pull out, and you get slightly ahead of them as you're moving towards the turn. As you guys are inching towards the turn, you are sort of in that outside of that big turn. You can almost feel those tires starting to do their looseness on the road. I'd like another driving roll, and we're going to do a driving roll for them.
Okay. Can I start bouncing up and down on the back of seat?
Yes, you may.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
No,
that's a 10.
You guys have moved well ahead of them.
Can you give me control of the car tokens and I'll move them on up?
Well, you can if you would so like, but I have to get out of what I'm doing right now.
Oh, don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it.
No. So
Theater of the mind, baby. Theater of the mind.
it is theater of the mind. I thought about doing the other, but I've messed up the map a little bit. So you rush up, and you're now coming out of this turn. There's going to be another couple of rolls. As you're coming out of the turn, Zach panics as he's struggling with what the vehicle is doing. This roll is going to be at -2.
We want to take
So basically, I lean over and hold on to him, and then
you're helping him because he's like struggling with the wheel.
Yeah.
So give me your driving roll, actually, and I'll give you a +1 for him. Okay, so if you make your driving roll, he's a 6.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do too much, but go ahead because it's against someone else. So give me your driving roll, John, as your
I've done that. That's a 5.
That's the 5. He gets a +1.
+1
for his
6.
Okay.
So that's 6.
Okay.
I'm going to hunker down on the back seat on the opposite side of where we're going.
Wonderful.
So I'll be on I'll be on the passenger side. Okay, and I'm trying to put as much weight as I can by bouncing on that rear left wheel. And then when we come out of the bend, I'm going to swap to the driver's side. And I'm going to be...
side.
Yeah, so basically, so we don't go... and
I love it.
That.
So give me a science roll.
Science?
You worked it all out in your head.
I'm going to spend a penny.
I love it. Why not? You got 4.
I know. Oh, I got the 4. I got the 4.
You give him a +1. You give him a +1. Absolutely. He gets a +1. Yes, you do. To help him through the turn and out. There it is. +2.
So 6.
No. Make a driving roll now, and it'll be +2.
That's what I'm just done.
Yeah, he's just done it. It's
you did your driving roll, which helped him +1. Right?
Oh, right. Now I'm going to make his driving roll.
Now
we have to make his driving roll +2.
Perfect. 11.
Boom! You guys accelerate through, and you come to the end of this track, which is 200 or 300 yards across, even though it loops back on itself. You can see the lights of the other side where the other folks are. There's a couple of people standing around, and they get out of their vehicle. Yeah. Got lucky, you sons of bitches.
There is no luck in that whatsoever.
It peels out $200.
I believe you'll find that's talent. My friend here, and I grab hold of his shoulder and I pull him towards me, and I
Zach?
pat him like this, is a superb driver, as you will see. And this machinery, settled in a shop, put back together from scrap, has laid waste to your dad's comfortmobile. Enjoy.
Whoa, I love it. And you guys head off with 200 extra bucks in your pocket. He gives you 100. He keeps 100, so you guys each can keep 50 bucks. We're going to go to a short pause as we do a comfort break, and we will come back to see what happens with the rest of this evening. Okay, ready? Welcome back. So the revving of the engines in the background you hear now were the things that I failed to play just a minute ago because I am learning how to use my music and sounds that I am downloading with impunity from Epidemic Music, Epidemic Sounds. I'll get it right. They are a phenomenal program that I use, and I'm going to do a quick Google. epidemicsound.com. I subscribe and I download the crap out of their music that wonderful people are making in their spare time, their sound effects that people are making in their spare time, and I use them in my games after paying for them, and I love the program. Epidemic Sound for all of you who are running games. Okay. With that, you guys are celebrated as you come back to the other side of the track. The cars come putting around. Beers are pulled out. People are whatever. Yeah, the people you beat seem grumpy, but they were just there. Until out of the corner of your eye, I think it's you, John. Tommo, who see that Zach has gone over next to their vehicle, just chatting, blah, 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 and he gets a bad elbow to the back of the neck, thrown into the vehicle, and they start driving off.
So I'm stood against the boot of the trunk of my car.
Absolutely. And I'd say that Rob's not too far away. Fish is...
Yeah.
He's chatting with that goth girl.
Yeah. And what I'm doing is I've got various things in the bag. So when I see them do that,
you gonna head there?
Is it possible for me to get a shot off using the Gauss gun?
I will give
you... Is it yes or no? It might not be.
I don't think so, because I think you have to assemble it. So I think you can get... No, I will give you a long-range shot. If you want to take that before you jump in the car and start driving, unless you want to jump in the car and start driving.
That's exactly it. If I can, I want to shoot at the vehicle.
Okay. Give me a 50-50 roll. I don't care what dice you roll. If it's high, you can get a shot off. If it's low, you need to start driving. In your mind.
I'll roll the shooting first. Why don't we do that? That's a 7.
Okay. So that's high. I think you can get a shot off. So what are you aiming for? Are you trying to do a cold shot at a tire? What are you trying to do?
The tire would be ideal, but I think that they're not that far away, but I think with this thing it's a little bit dodgy. I want to blow one of the side windows if I can. I'm aiming basically at the side windows. I want to blow one of the side windows out.
Okay. With that roll,
I'm assuming that the angle of the car is at. I'm looking at the side of the vehicle.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'd blow the windshield out.
So, Zach went into the back seat. You think
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure exactly where anyone is in the vehicle, but you think he's in the back seat. You're aiming sort of the front corner.
I'm looking at the passenger side of the vehicle, right?
Yep.
Because it's facing up the road, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure.
The passenger side of the vehicle. So I'm basically shooting out the passenger side window, is the idea.
There you go. So you see glass shatter, and the vehicle skids and keeps going. Not only did the glass on the side shatter, you see the front windscreen blow out onto the hood.
I took the windshield out as well.
Yeah.
Hole in the windshield. Cool. Right.
Better than that, you put a hole in the windshield, and the rest went milky.
Okay. So straight in my car.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Boom.
Go. Okay.
Jump in. Boom, and off we go.
Absolutely. So you guys are roaring off after them. Go ahead.
Whilst I was in the back seat and they were behind, they don't have registration plates on the front, do they?
Yes, they do. Texas.
Do.
Holy crap.
No, they don't.
I don't remember. No, it's not necessarily the case. License plate.
Well, I would have clocked it prior to the race.
Back. Yeah, you would have. Texas. I'm trying to do this really fast because I can't remember.
Needed. It's not really needed. But for information, maybe later.
Yep, two license plates in Texas.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so perfect. So in that case, I would have seen the license plate from the front of the car as I was looking back to make sure that. Okay. So what I do
you have it memorized.
Yeah, is I make a quick call, 12 RS.
Oh,
and I
do.
Yes, I
Got
do.
it.
Okay, and I go.
It rings twice. Hello.
And I go, fish. One of our friends has just been abducted on the race by the Fraternity of the Night. They're going down. What road is this?
What?
Tommo?
Okay, so you give him a road. Got it.
Yeah. Yep. And this is the license plate number. Okay.
What?
You can't miss it.
Call me.
Are you actually a fucking detective, or do you just like saying what a lot?
Why didn't you call us? What are you doing on your own out there?
You.
Holy
it's
crap!
Just happened. We're chasing now.
Got it. We'll get a squad car on the way. We'll get a squad car on the way.
And they also know the wannabe from the diner.
Oh, well done.
Okay. And I promise I'm not going to go down the sewers, and then I hang up. Right, what have we got in the car that I can use to throw at the thing if we catch up, etc., etc.?
So as we got in the front, I threw my bag into his lap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the bottom of there, if we can get alongside, there's a shotgun.
Holy shit, there
but
is.
But be careful. Yeah. But be careful, because we need to be super close, and it's got a bit of a tendency to spread wide, and the Americans don't like it very much. They're not very keen on me having it. So look, if I can get up alongside, take out one of their rear tires, but be careful, because you might take out the wrong thing. All right?
Okay.
And if there's other traffic on the road, then, buddy, put it in and put it back in the bag. All right?
Okay. So I've never shot a gun before. I don't know how to shoot a gun. How do you shoot a gun, Tommo?
All right. You see that clip on top?
What have you got?
You see that clip on top? See that clip on top?
Yeah.
You see the lever on the top?
Yeah.
That's it. Crank the lever. That's it. It pops open. You see? You see the hole?
Yeah.
Yes? The hole in there? Big fat hole. Dig around in that bag and you'll find that there's some red things.
Okay.
They look like...
Bag. Oh, yeah.
With brass ends.
These. Yeah.
Yes.
John, have you gone to a gun show yet and maybe have some different rounds that are all loose down below?
Not yet. No, this is just
fair enough.
double at the moment.
Okay.
So that's all I've been able to
that's cool.
lever in. What we will do, we're going to get some interesting shot.
I'll put it in the big eye.
So slide it, not the other way. It doesn't fit that way. With the brass bit pointing at you. You want the brass end. The brass is the arse. All right. Slide it. Shit. Round this bloody bastard. We go sideways round the corner, and he's like hanging on the thing.
I want a driving roll now.
Yep.
Quick driving roll.
Right, yep.
As you're explaining everything, you're rushing through this. You're good. You come through. You're behind him. You're right.
Okay. Right.
They're trying to
keep it close. They're weaving all over the road at this point. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Close it up. You hear that click? That's good. Good. Now, do you see on the right hand side? Lay it down in your lap. It's safe at the moment. Don't worry. You see on the right hand side. You see that lever just there. That small lever on the side.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do is don't hold it there. No, slide your fingers out. No, don't hold the trigger. Not at this point. When we slide that button just there, that little lever, not the big one on top, the little lever on the side. When we slide that, we don't want to have our finger on the trigger. All right.
No fingers on.
So hold the barrel. No, the barrel. No, that's the stock. Hold the barrel. Yeah. That's it. There's not much of the stock, but hold it. Yes, good. Right, now what you're going to want to do is click that lever. Click. Good. That's the one. Right, bastard. Hold on to it. Right. Now you see there's a handle. No, not the trigger. Don't hold the trigger.
No,
hands off the triggers.
The stock in the barrel.
So what you do is you see the grippy thing at the back where you can put your hand around. Yes.
Yep.
Right. Now when you are ready, when you are pointing it at the bad guys. Yeah. Slide your finger around and pull that trigger. But until you do, keep your finger away from the trigger. Away, that's good. Away from the trigger. Now,
am I still supposed to hold the barrel?
Need to slide the window down first. Just open the windows. Yes? Wind the window down. Right, better. Good.
Okay.
I'm going to yell because the wind's whistling now.
The night air rushes in the back window as you place that barrel out. Not quite that fast.
When I go alongside, point it down and fire. Because he's in the front. He's in the front with me. He's in the front with me, isn't he?
Oh, he is. So you need to get him on that side. Okay. So
I'm going to go to the left. So I'm going to feint right, and then I'm going to spin left and go alongside them.
So
even if there is traffic coming in the way.
If your driving roll beats theirs, it'll give him a +1 on the shot.
All right.
That's a 6. Do you want to spin anything?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. Their driving roll is going to be a D6. 5. You beat it. Yeah, so go ahead. Take your shot. Do you have shooting?
Nope.
Okay, so you know what that is. It's a D4 -2.
You are going to need to grip hold of it when you pull, and then slide your finger around and just pull the trigger, point it at their tire. That's all you have to do.
So it's a D4 -1 because you get an extra bonus from John. So D4 -1, but if you're trying to hit the tire, that's a -2.
He's just trying to fire it at the side of the car, isn't he?
Just fire it. Yeah, just fire it.
Bear in mind, it's a...
yeah. But, yeah.
It's a shame.
Okay.
It's a shame we haven't drawn cards. Okay.
This is fun.
Unskilled.
This is fun. I love it. Bang.
So it's a 2 and a 4. Right.
Bang! It goes off. And it hits a little bit on the side of their vehicle. You're a bit surprised as you're coming into this suburban area. There's houses on either side and whatever. When he shoots it off, their car goes into a spin and comes to a stop.
Right.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, what I'm going to do is, they're going to come to a stop. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go past them, and then I'm going to handbrake turn through 180 degrees.
Love it.
facing them, car still on.
And I'm going to try and load the shotgun again because I think I look fucking cool.
Oh yeah, you do it. And by the way, that's called a bootlegger turn in the States. Very good. Wow, you do it and it zoops them around. I mean, it's actually, you know what? No, I will make you make a driving roll, but I think it's going to look it's going to look beautiful when you do it.
Fucking wild
absolutely.
Dice explodes.
I mean, you just like what? I put it right in where they can't get out. You see that they have already pushed out Zach, who seems to be like unconscious, and they have stopped on purpose where they're at. In that you see scaly arms with claws come out of the storm drain and grab Zach's body and yank it into the storm drain. And they go, "We fed them! Whoop whoop!" And they start getting in the car to try and drive around you, whatever.
Okay, can I take
what do you guys
the tire out?
Yes, you may. Take a shot.
Yeah.
Because you can get out of the car, walk up to the car and just go, boom.
Well, I mean, you get out of the car,
stopped.
right? I mean, you have seen that happen. So at that point, I don't want to.
I'm still behind the wheel of the car with the car running. The idea is I want to be able to.
Yeah. So you're in the car, and you see Rob leans out of the back seat, and he's going to take a shot at them, but you're still in the driving position, and you've got the nose of the car to their nose of the car. Okay. The two in the back had shoved him down. You see the arms, which is freaky as all get out. And then they start like hopping through the back windows, and now you guys can do as you choose to do. GM, Fiat, and all that. You're going to take a shot? Okay, and that is your spud gun? Oh.
I got nothing.
No, he's walking up. Literally, he's just walking up next to their car and ripping off the shotgun. Right?
I thought you were staying in the car.
No,
so I'm staying
out of the car.
Get out.
So I'm staying in the car.
Yeah.
Fish is getting out. He's walking up to their car, pointing it at the tire, and just going boom.
And we see what happens. He hits the pavement. And everything goes flying all over, and you can see that they're going, "What the hell?" And they jam on the gas, and turn and roar around you. You hear sirens coming.
If they start reversing, I'm going to just follow along.
Okay,
I'm going to follow them.
You're going to leave Fish?
Yeah.
As
I'm
Tommo goes
right up against their nose, I'm going to meet off their nose, right? So
got it.
To get around me, they've got to reverse. So as soon as they start reversing, I'm just going to drive forward. Now, he's there, but unless they're going to start really reversing, I can come back and get him. That's not an issue.
Nope. I think this is a driving test. I want you to do your driving versus theirs. They've got a D6. They got a 3.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you stay nose to nose. They can't get away. As you just stay with them as they're trying to back up to find a way to go away, and you're just sort of chasing them in reverse up the road. Fish, you're sort of standing there next to that with a shotgun, next to the storm drain, as you see a single police car rushing up the road behind you with its lights on.
Okay. Well, I already said that as Tommo goes past, I put the shotgun in through the window.
Do you?
Yeah. So as I do that, you and on the seat. Perfect.
Give me a quick athletics roll to make sure you don't just like fuck that up.
Spend a Benny.
Okay, that's fair enough. Come on, athletics.
Come on.
Work for this young man.
There
we go. Right to the back seat.
Ooh, baby, I love your ways.
That's what Bennies were made for.
They are rushing backwards. You are following them. there's side streets, and they are sort of weaving, and they're getting towards those side streets, and then, boom, go hard into a side street, and you're making a turn to try and follow them.
They have got one wheel taken out. You do remember?
No, you did not. You screwed that right up and shot the ground right in front of it.
No, the first one. No. The first one, not the second one.
You hit the side of the car, which is why they did that big spin, but they were doing that spin on purpose. So you hit that.
4.
You did not. You did not hit the tire because that's a very specialized shot.
Oh, okay.
And we went through that a little bit. We were like, that's going to be a minus to hit the tire as they're driving. So they zip into that side street. Just throw the tail. And I need a driving roll from you to stay in front of them and not drift past as they just chunk.
Where's the cop car?
It's probably 300, 400 yards south. Down the street, coming
towards going quite slowly because they've been in reverse. So I'm figuring that the cop car's going to catch a lot quicker, right?
It's coming closer. It's not there yet, but you probably have one more quick roll here to stay where you can keep. Come on. 8. Absolutely. So you block these guys in, and they're like trying to figure out what to do, and it's a cul-de-sac.
I'm running down the road.
Okay, towards
Tommo's car.
Absolutely. So the cop car pulls in beside yours, and out gets the one single character, which is Detective Alvarez. He says, "What's going on?" And there's the 3 guys in the car are just like trying to figure out what to do because they've sort of backed up onto the lawn of a house, and their tail has gone.
And as he comes up alongside me, I slide I grab the shotgun, which is sitting on the seat, slide it back into the holdall, tuck it under, zip the holdall up with one hand, switch the holdall, and just to push it behind into the back seat. So before he has a chance to see what I'm doing.
Perfect.
And then I switch my car off and climb out. Headlight's still on, but I stop the engine.
What's going on, boys? What's going on?
So they kidnapped our buddy.
What?
He's the son of the chap who runs the workshop, the car workshop
Lynn?
on the edge of town.
Oh, really? Zach and Lenny? Yeah, I mean, I know them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they snatched Zach back at back out of town, brought him in, and they just thrown him into a storm drain on the street.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Storm drain?
Yes.
He looks.
I tell you what. Here's the deal. Ask Fish. I won't say a word when he arrives. You know him. You know you can trust him. But these 3 vagabonds need to be arrested.
Who are these sons of bitches? And they have backed up, seriously, onto like someone's lawn and whacked into their mailbox. However, whoever built this mailbox put some serious concrete in the ground. And they're just like crunched. The back of their vehicle is all screwed up.
Some of my favourite YouTube videos of people running into mailboxes and not realising they've been concreted in.
Oh, yeah. and the owner of the house is out in the yard yelling. He goes,
and it's Texas, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. They probably have a gun. And so he goes to de-escalate the situation and take care of business. Fish is moving back your direction. And you guys are there now. You've told Alvarez about the problem set, but he's now having to deal with the issues.
Is he calling you
the owner? Well, he hasn't yet, but he has. He's like got his hands up, and he's like trying to talk down. And there's this little old lady in the yard who's got a double-barrel shotgun, pointed at the punks in the car. And he's like, whoa, hey, whoa. But you guys are back over towards your vehicle now.
What's the trigger, Grandma?
I know, exactly. So what do you guys want to do? So
I think we're just going to stand and observe for a bit. And as we're material witnesses, it would seem to be reasonable that we also...
and at 9:25 at night, I don't think we're going to go down into the sewers and go chase anything yet. However,
I ain't going down the sewers at all. Alvarez told me to stay away from the sewers.
Yeah. So, but you do
I'm a good kid. I don't do shooting. I don't do street racing. I don't do drugs.
So you guys do like Zach, and you would really like to see a solution set. You do not get this from Alvarez tonight. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're going to get some men out. We'll start looking at the sewers. Oh, yeah, we're going to do it. You guys feel that the emphasis is not on this as high as you would like. So what I'm going to do with a little bit of
wait till tomorrow, get our buddies together and then go look for ourselves.
Rock and roll. So the concept would be that the rest of your team can, hopefully they'll be here next time, will take their test, will join you, and go deal with whatever you have to deal with in the sewers, because it would be, they would take their test the same time you did, time catches up, you grab them tonight, right? And then literally 15...
It's early hours, isn't it?
Yep. So literally 20, 30 minutes later, you will be able to grab the rest of the team and maybe go check out what's going on. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds
good to me.
With that, I love tonight. I really enjoyed the interplay between the two of you guys. I thought it was fun to play on your driving skills and your car and some of the fun stuff that make your character so cool, John. And I thought it was fun for...
Trying to explain guns to somebody who's like... who's very British about them. Oh my goodness, we can't possibly got those.
Oh, I loved it. It was good. I mean, the entire... I enjoyed the entire thing. And we got through your tests. We got through some fun stuff. And I enjoyed it 100%. Thank you guys so much for joining me in a ridiculously... truncated and put together in a hurry game, but I thought it was really cool. Awesome. Rob, tell us when we're gone. And
we got a lead as well, haven't we? So
teeny bit afterwards, if you don't mind.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.